Cognitive distortion number 3. Labeling. Labeling. You ever labeled before? See this right off the bat. Labeling is not inherently bad. It's just that it can limit our way of thinking. When we assign a global definition to a person or thing, it can limit the ways we can see that person or thing. For example, in politics, when someone automatically assumes someone's on the left or someone's on the right, or someone gets insulted and then they say, oh, you're just a liberal or you're just a conservative, that's an example of labeling that's not going to help. Why do we label? I feel like I do that all the time. Well, a label fulfills a human need for certainty, for security, that we have a grip on our reality and what we see in it, that we know that these people are bad and these people are good. But more often than not, the world's far more complex than that. So again, labeling is not inherently bad. Sometimes we do need to simplify things for our better understanding. But we also need to be aware, though, that labels can also be very limiting when we're trying to understand things as well, especially people. Like if I just told you my diagnosis of autism, you'd start seeing me in a very different frame of reference if all you knew about me is that I have autism. That's why it's important that we be careful when we're labeling people, when we're labeling each other, because if you label someone as left or right, you already have a preconceived notion of how you're going to start treating them. So we got to be aware of that. Let's transcend the labels. So if you want to join me, let's break that us versus them thinking. Let's expand our perspective from a very simplistic one to a more complex one. Because I can tell you from my own experience, there's a lot of beauty and complexity. And the more I continue to learn and educate myself, the more I realized how little I know and how narrow-minded I was way back when. So let's continue to expand. Let's grow. Let's embrace the complexity.